first thing you have to do is determine what it is that your brand is going to do or be about. And that then is extrapolated over to social media. And once you extrapolate that, whatever it is, over to social media, then you maximize it in areas and utilizing platforms like, in particular, Twitter. Because the chances for engagement are a lot better because one, it's an exciting new community. It's like the Wild Wild West. It's like it's, gold and them, their heroes. People are coming. Secondly, there is still a learning curve and people are looking for anything that helps them build their brand and or relationship and or networking. So establishing what your brand does, then getting into a platform that's user-friendly, easy to engage, and then here's the next most important aspect, putting in the actual work, willing to put the hours in of replying, tweeting, DMing, looking through at other followers, reading streams, using TweetDeck and other platforms to monitor. You got to be willing to almost be a student back in your college days or into your college days in social media, and that is the groundwork for establishing a great brand. My blog is almost in a few months will go into its 5th year. So started blogging early on, and ironically, Evan Williams, one of the founders of Twitter, is the founder of Blogger. So going from blogging to microblogging wasn't difficult for me. Also being a songwriter that is used to writing, in 16 bars, a verse. It kind of, fell right into my hand like, oh, this is my sweet spot. So, but utilizing microblogging /blogging to engage a community and or an individual, it's the substance that's important. It's very important that while you're building this identity and this brand, something that's new, that whatever it is you're doing, there's substance. Because even though it's microblogging and it's going really fast, the chances of you keeping that follower increases with substance and focus on whatever it is that your brand has identified as your space or your lane. For me, it's 24/7. Through my mobile devices, and when I'm at home, my laptop and my desktop, I'm always monitoring my Twitter feed at all times. It never stops. Doesn't mean that I respond immediately, but it's always there. Managing the brand itself, third person, managing the brand as a 24-hour-a-day job. Hey, the time zones are different. I love to communicate with Australia, with Oz. A lot of that happens with me daily, and so being able to at least observe, direct time, you got to be willing to spend 3 or 4 hours, a day. I mean, if you're trying to build, remember you said brand building. So when you're trying to build a brand, you're in startup mode. Startups are notorious for going 2 and 3 days off of pizza and Cokes and beer. And that's the way it is. It's the same thing when you're initially building a brand utilizing social media, and in particular, utilizing Twitter. Here's a small tip that is very important. Your avatar. My avatar, my photo that represents who I am on Twitter, remains consistent, and I think that's important. If I got a face that I'm not happy with, that you're communicating, it actually starts communicating with me before I read your text. So I said that kind of fast, but that's important. I see your avatar before I read your text. It pops up, it's left to right. So there you are, and there's a text. This better be something that at least is memorable or communicates who you are in a way that's probably non-offensive, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do shock jock humor, maybe it can be offensive. But I tend to lean towards people who are serious and of substance. From my perspective, any company that's not engaging in social media is doing a disservice to the shareholders of the company, because even if it's not paying off currently, it sends a message that you care about the end consumer, that you care about the people who whom are utilizing your product. And if you don't care enough about them to communicate with them, then why should they care about your product? Now, take that and put a price tag on that